He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Hello everyone, this is Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Welcome to our show tonight. It's Thursday, and we are on episode 108, and it is May 30th. May is shot already, so that went pretty quick for me anyway. We are coming to you live and in color from sunny Narragansett, Rhode Island. It's actually been hot here this week, and today we have a very interesting episode. Rather than have a gadget of the day, I've been meaning to do an episode on email and email security for a long time, and today is the day we're actually going to do that, and I think you'll find this show very interesting, and I think it will help you out a lot. But we do certainly have our regular free software features, and we're going to take a look at those right now. So let's start off the show by welcoming everybody again to the Gadget Professor Show. As I said, we're on show 108, and the easiest way to get to the Gadget Professor is simply by going to thegadgetprofessor.com, and you can watch the show right from there. An easier way actually is to subscribe to the show. So if you have the iPod, iPad, a Boxy Box, Roku box, pretty much anything that takes a subscription feed, you can just go to this brown box and click on the Gadget Professor, and that will assure you that you get the show every Thursday night, most of the time every Thursday night. Sometimes I'm a little bit late on Friday like last week, but tonight this is out on Thursday. And then also you want to sign up for the newsletter, the show notes, and if you scroll down you'll see the newsletter button right there. And the newsletter is totally free. I'm not going to email you all the time. I really just email out the show notes. As soon as it's posted Thursday evening, you will get in your inbox all the show notes, which contains the URLs that are hot linked towards all of the it goes to show you all of the URLs that we talk about each week on each new episode. So you certainly want to subscribe to that. Of course, you can reach me at any time at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. That would be thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. I answer all my email, and if you have a gadget that you'd like me to review, let me know. Or if you manufacture a gadget and you'd like to have me review it, let me know. Or if you'd like to come on the show and show your gadget, we can do that too. You also can follow me on Facebook. That would be Facebook/The Gadget Professor, and everybody knows my favorite page certainly is Rebel Mouse/Gadget Professor. This will all be in the show notes. What this does is I tweet all day long, constantly. I have several people that actually help me locate different gadgets and things, and you can follow me on Twitter anytime at Gadget Professor, but if you go to my Rebel Mouse/Gadget Professor page, you'll actually see everything we're talking about in living color, and you can actually click what is of interest to you, and this changes constantly, this page. So definitely you want to check the Rebel Mouse page. So let's get started. As I said, today is going to be an email episode, and I have a lot of email software that you want to take a look at. Now, what I'm going to do in a minute or two is actually show you what emails are safe to open and what emails should send off an alarm clock like don't open it, because if you do, you are going to put a virus on your computer, or even worse, lock it up and shut it out, or put what's called a keylogger on there, and we'll get into that in a minute. So let's take a look at our first piece of software. I think that will help protect you. I know it will. This is called KLS Mail Backup. This is a totally free piece of software. KLS Mail Backup is an easy-to-use backup program that allows you to back up and restore your Windows, Mail, Outlook, Express, Thunderbird, and Firefox profiles. So this is totally free, and if you're looking for a way to keep your computer not cluttered with a ton of email, but yet you don't want to throw it out, use KLS Mail Backup to back up your email, and that will take it off your computer, put it in a backup file, and if you need to access something, you just go back in and get it. And it has a lot of features here. If you click on it, it will show you a ton of different features that it has, what it will do, who it will work with: Mozilla, SeaMonkey, Thunderbird, Firefox, Opera profiles, the BAT profiles, and Credit Mail profiles. I hate Credit Mail, but that's a whole different story. But here you go, full and incremental backups, advanced management backups, industry standard zip compressions, yada, yada, yada. But there's a lot of stuff that this does. Again, it's totally free, and you'll want to check it out. They do have some paid versions if you're interested in that. Another very cool site is called infocrypt.com. Now, this is a service, it's free, and what this does is it secures your message in an easy way. All you need to do is to enter your message in the text box, which is right here, and your message will be encrypted, and then you send your recipient the password, and the password will be used both for encryption and decryption. So you'll type your email, you'll put in your password, don't make it 1234, whatever your password is, and you know what that is, and that will encrypt it. And then when you send it to whoever it is that you're sending, make sure that they have that same password, and it will unencrypt it. And that keeps your email totally safe. And this could be sent from any account, any email account. So you would put your email address in here. Very simple to use, and basically it just says enter your message in the text field and enter any unordinary unique password, confirm it, press encrypt button, and send the copy code to who your respondent will be. And it's safe to send your passcode by email. And you got to inform the people, obviously, of what the passcode is. And that's it. When they receive the email, they'll put their password in, and it decrypts it. So this is a cool thing to use, and it's totally free. Check it out. You can read all the details. This is not an email website, but there's two sites here that I've had a lot of requests for, so I thought I'd throw them in this week. And I had mentioned quite some time ago about old time radio, which I love to listen to, especially at night when I can't sleep. Put in my headphones and I listen to all kinds of crazy stuff with old time radio. Totally free app for your iPhone. Yesterday USA Old Time Radio. You just download that app. It's totally free, and you will be able to take advantage of a lot of great old time radio shows. They're a lot of fun to listen to. And if you don't have an iPhone and you have a Droid, you can go to the Google Play Store, and it's called Old Time Radio Player. And that will also let you take advantage of like the 21st Century, the Aldrich Family, Amos and Andy, which has always been my favorite, Barry Craig, Boston Blackie. There's thousands of shows. A great app, a lot of fun to listen to, totally free, so check that out. Now, let's continue on with some of the crazy stuff. This is called Free Keylogger, and I thought, should I show this, should I not show this, but what the heck. I figured I owe it to my audience to at least make you aware that these things exist. They're nice if you're using them. They're not nice if they're used against you. But what this free keylogger program will do is, you know that keyloggers are programs that capture your computer's users' keystrokes, most often surreptitiously. I never could say that right. Anyway, what this will do is it will actually make a log of every single keystroke, and it will show you exactly what was going on your computer if you are not using it. And it sends you a log of that, and you will see everything. And it doesn't take up much energy on your machine, and you will not know what's on there. So use this with caution. We emphasize the importance of using tools like Free Keylogger carefully and ethically, not to mention legally. For parents, business owners, and anyone who is responsible for how others use the computer, the Free Keylogger can be a very cheap, good protection. So this is dangerous stuff, and what you've got to be careful of if you're using it to keep track of what your kids are doing, which, you got to trust them at some point in time, but sometimes you got to also monitor what it is that they're doing. So that's a good place to use this. There's other situations which we won't get into where you might want to use this, but this is it. It's free. It's called Free Keylogger. It's good if you're using it. If you open up an email, and I'll talk about this in a minute, and you open up a zip file or an exe file that could say something else but is actually a free keylogger, this will end up on your machine because you opened up an email, and people will be able to hack and use your machine. And very, 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 very dangerous stuff. So you want to be careful how you use this, and you want to make damn sure that it's not on your machine. And we'll get into that on another episode. There's a product called Hitman Pro, and that costs money, but that will tell you if something like this is on your machine. Now, this is a great great piece of software. It's called PopPeeper. PopPeeper is an email notifier that runs in your Windows taskbar, and it alerts you when you have new email from your POP3 server, your IMAP, Hotmail, Outlook, Yahoo, Gmail, MyWay, Excite, iWan, Lycos. It goes on and on. NetZero. There's quite a few email systems that this will work. So essentially what it's for is if you have several email accounts, several Gmail accounts, your own account, an AOL account, whatever, Outlook, this will manage all your emails. So you have one-stop shop to get all your email no matter how many accounts you have. So this is very cool stuff, and the list of what this does of features is a mile long, and it's totally free, and it's called PopPeeper, and this will be in the show notes so you can get it from there. Next, we're going to go to this software, which is also free for the basic version, and I think it lets you do up to 100 free emails. I'm not sure of that, but you could send out group email. So if you have a little business or a newsletter to friends, you can download this group mail, and this will actually allow you to get started and send out emails. They have a 45-minute presentation that walks you through everything you need to know. It's always running every day, so you can actually go to your website, go to this website, and it actually has a webinar that teaches you how to use it. And it's pretty cool stuff. There is a paid version, but they also have a free version. So if you want to send out a lot of group mails and track them and things like that, this group email software would be for you. And then last but not least, I particularly use Thunderbird. That's what I've always been using to manage my email. I don't use AOL, but Outlook has now upgraded their email client, and this Outlook is really good, and you can actually use it with your Gmail account. Outlook is a free email service built in to keep you connected like never before. Share your photographs and your videos more easily, manage your inbox effortlessly, and stay up to date with your friends no matter where they are, all from one place. So they give you a lot of compelling reasons. They have a very good movie here to show you exactly what it does, and I highly recommend it, and I would definitely look into to what this does, because it's very cool and it's very free. And now what we're going to do is I am actually going to remote in. I am here in Narragansett, Rhode Island, and I am going to remote into my computer where I store my email on one of my Arizona servers. And what I'm going to do, and I don't know how well you can see this, but what I'm going to do is talk about the main concept of today's show, which is how do you know what emails to open and how do you know what emails not to open. The first thing that I'll tell you is if you don't know who's sending you the email, be very careful because you will get burned. Now, I'll tell you straight off the bat, if someone's sending you a file and you don't know they're sending you a file, don't open it, just as a standard rule. If there is an attachment and you're not expecting an attachment, don't open it. If the attachment has an extension .exe, don't open it. If it has an extension zip, don't open it. And what happens is if you open it, it might look innocent enough, and it might just freeze your computer, or it might just show you a picture of something. But what it's actually doing is either putting a keylogger, could be doing a lot of things, putting a keylogger on your machine, putting a virus on your machine, taking over your machine, locking you out of your machine, and then coming up with another ad when you open up your browser and it said, are you suffering from the something virus? And you're going, yeah, I am. Well, if you spend $45, we'll rid you of that, and you spend $45 and it takes the same screen off it just dumped on, all because you opened an email that you shouldn't have opened. Now, let's take a look at some emails that I have tagged for a long while to show you this. This one's regarding auto insurance reduced rates. Well, I don't need an auto insurance reduced rates, but here's a hyperlink, a link down on the bottom of the computer right here, where I hotlink that, click it. Now that could take me to a site, but actually it's probably going to put a virus on my machine or some type of tracking software. Now here it says simply enter your zip code to learn if you can receive this low rate. So right there, there's two tip-offs. One, I didn't ask for a rate. I don't know who this company is. And two, it's asking me to hotlink to a site, and I don't know where that site is, and that site can contain viruses that will end up on my machine and cause me some severe problem. Now, those are two tip-offs. Another tip-off, and it's an easy one, is look who it's sent to. This happens to be a legitimate address, so someone might have got my name on a mail list, but I'm still not clicking on this because I don't know who they are, so I'm just going to avoid that. Now, I will scroll down, and I've done a lot of them to show you. This one also was to my email address, which is a legitimate address, but it's also offering to help me create my own financial payment, and they have pictures of real people and everything, and there's an 888 number to get started with, and these are kind of come-on ads. I don't look at them. I just erase them immediately. Now, they're not as dangerous as the other types of emails. Why? Because there's no attachments on this, and we'll show you some that have them. Here's one that's asking me, can we talk to you and make an appointment? But I don't know these people again, so I just stay away from it. Now, as I scroll down, oh, I love these. Lower your bills. You click on this, and it will help you lower your bill. Calculate a new house payment. Well, a lot of times these people will ask you for information. Never, 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 never give out your information. Never give out your social security number. Never give out your credit card number. Okay? Not if it's an email that you don't know who it's coming from. If you're buying something off the internet, that's a little different, and we'll get into that at another time. But when it's an email coming from someone that you don't know, don't give them any of your information, especially your username and password to your email. Your username, your password to your Gmail account. Your username, your password to any shopping site that you belong to, like Amazon, so on and so forth. You've got to be real careful because these guys are pretty smart and they're pretty nasty. Now, we're going to get down here a little bit lower. I've hyperlinked everything in blue. Here's one. Policy 37 blah, 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 regarding my life insurance policy. Well, I don't have life insurance policy with this particular company. I've never heard of this particular company, so that's a big tip-off. Another tip-off is, like I mentioned before, there's that URL where I hotlink it, so I don't even want to go there because I don't want to hotlink to someplace where I'm going to get bitten by. Now, this one I love. This is called Invoice Copy. This is coming from someone named Karen Parker. Now, it's sent. A tip-off here is there's 3 emails that it's sent to. As you look as to who it's sent to, you should see your email address. Well, here's 3 email addresses, and none of them are mine, and I don't know any of them. So right there, it's spam, and I know there's a problem. But there's a bigger problem with this one. Kindly open to see export license and payment invoice attached. Meanwhile, we sent the balance payment yesterday. Please confirm if this has been settled in your account, and you can call if there's any problem. Well, first of all, there's no number to call. But second of all, bing, 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 the alarm is going off. On the bottom here, it says there's an attachment, and it says invoice zip 4532 zip. It's an attachment. Don't open it. I guarantee you it will put a virus on your machine, and it will put your machine down, and you will have an awful time getting it off, or it could worse, put a keylogger on there, and you're really going to have some problems. So you got to be smart with this email, and this is a perfect example. It's telling me that they made a payment. Well, I know I didn't make a payment, but this is supposed to get me all excited, and now I have a balance due, and I don't know what it is, and I'm going to open this and find out it's baloney. Now, the kicker on this one is this was sent out at 11:20, May 22nd. On May 22nd at 12:20, I got the same invoice sent it out, but now there are like 15 email addresses here. You can see them all, and some of them I do recognize. Some of them are actually real emails, but what they did is they took the my business address, the tail end of it, and they used every combination of letter possible. So this is clearly spam, clearly a joke, and clearly going to put you down and put you in trouble if you open this. But I'm not opening it. I'm just trying to show you what you got to watch out for. Here's another one that looks like it's a beautiful ad. Get a free quote, blah, 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 blah. You don't want to open this because here's a hyperlink. You don't know the company. It's a come-on ad. You don't know whether it's legit, but you don't want to take a chance to see that it is a virus after you've opened it. So be careful. Here's a beauty. I love this one. Notice number blah, 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 like 20 numbers here. Regarding your home payment. Good news, your mortgage has been cut. Mention this notice number 61306012. And down here, guess what they have? A hot link. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to click on it. I don't have a mortgage with them anyway. I mean, I get this stuff all day long. Quote proposal. Hello, sales. We would like to know if your company can provide us with a quote for this following stuff, if you will. And they have all these crazy things down here. We look forward to a prompt response. No phone number, and they want you to email back. Again, it's a hot link. You see that hot link there? If it's hot linked and you don't know them, don't click it. So I think you're getting the idea. Now, I have some real beauties coming up here. This one's a kicker. Dear D. Baine, and that's one of my email addresses, D. Baine. This is in bright red, as you can see. Warning in big capital letters, and it's bold. Crime detected in your area. How safe are you and your loved ones? Click here now and get protected. Your life is no joke. Like, I'm going to click on this. Come on. So, these things are meant to scare you, particularly the elderly, particularly people who aren't computer savvy. They click on these things all day long, and they get themselves in a horrible mess with putting viruses and keyloggers and everything else. So you got to be sharp, and you got to look again who it's sent to. Sometimes it is sent to you, but when you see, what a joke. You can just see that this smells like something's rotten, and it is. Here's another one. This one. Hello, dear. My wife doesn't even call me dear. My name is Linda. I am very happy to contact you. Today I wish to be in good relationship with you. And I will be very happy if you can reply me for more details about me with a couple of pictures, I'm sure. Hoping to hear from you. Accept my regard, Miss Linda. I'm not looking for any trouble, folks, so I'm not answering her. Next one here. Dear customer, same thing. We're interested in purchasing a large amount of stuff. It will be forwarded to Japan. Please send the following merchandise, and you can expect payment soon. Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? That's pretty funny. There's some real nasty ones here. Oh, this one's good. Urgent action needed from me. Notification 519. Notification identity number 9. Blah 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 blah. Due to a recent string of transactions, your credit score has now been drastically lowered. You must take the necessary steps immediately to ensure that your credit report does not continue to suffer. See this now. And guess what? Here's a hot link. And then on the bottom, they scare you more. A negative current rating is often considered undesirable to lenders and other extenders of credit for the purpose of loaning money or capital. There's that hot link. There's that tip-off. You don't know them. You don't know anything about this. Don't click it. If your credit goes bad, you can check your own credit report without going through these gangsters, because what they ask you to do is fill out a simple application and they'll check your credit. Your social security number, your address, your name, your driver's license. You're going to give them all that stuff over the email? I don't think so. So you got to be real careful. There's one here that's just a classic. I think I'm coming up to it. It might be this one. Let's see. Home update. Did you know that your home was at risk? Learn about AHS through this online promo. What a joke. There's no number. There's no name. Not even if there was, I wouldn't click it. So again, here's that hot link. Don't click it. I think you're getting the picture. Another one to send us stuff, and they'll send me a check in the mail after I send them the stuff. I get this all the time. Hello, we wish you well and a Merry Christmas. I got this May 21st. They're a little bit off. Buy watches and jewelry from us. Christmas sale. Go to website. These are actually knockoff watches, but I don't need one of those. Now, let's scroll down here. We are now providing personal business loans. Please reply by clicking the information and application below. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm going to give you my information over the... It's like nuts. Here's one. Another one that we got from Karen Parker. This now is from Alva Villa. Kindly open to see export license and payment invoice attached. Meanwhile, we sent back the balance payment yesterday. Exact same email from Alan Villa, but look, Karen Parker's name is on the bottom. And we have a zip file attached. That is trouble, because there's an attached file there, and again, a zip or an exe you don't want to open. And I just have a couple more to show you because there's one scam that's been going on for a million years. Here's one of the beauties, okay? Having received your claim application, I am writing to you to inform you that I am a delegate from the United States Human Settlements Program and to notify you about your outstanding compensation payment. Folks, I'm glad to tell you this. I'm going to receive a compensation payment of $2,881.41. Paid in U.S. dollars with the identification number UPS blah 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 code. This is compensation for being made for your loss as a result of your accident or illness. Well, I haven't had an accident and I'm not ill. For more information, contact the dispatcher office with your name, your residence, your address, your phone number, and other pertinent information that we will need. And contact us at this number, or you can email us. And you only have to pay $95 shipping charges to this address. And there's an address here. And when I send them that, they're going to send me $2,881.41. Come on. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. Next. The British Jumbo Group has given me a lump sum of $1 million. Send your name and country to Marcus Steve at the following address. So there's that hot link again, so you just know it's baloney. Also on the email, it's not sent to me, it's undisclosed recipients. This is spam. Don't fool around with it. Don't click on it. Here's another one. I'm receiving this notice because my name has recently been added to the National Database of Police Records and other public information. Follow this link below to access your information. Your reputation is at stake. There's that hot link. I'm not going to click it, but people do, and then they wonder why they have problems and viruses on their computer. This is exactly why. Now, there's one more here. I'm sorry if I'm rambling on, but here's one that's sent out all day long. Urgent notice. Compromising information about you, meaning me, is online. It's Monday, 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Did you know that we have just learned that damaging information was listed publicly that could greatly hurt your personal reputation? My reputation is so bad it can't be hurt any more than it already is. In order to stop this, you need to view your personal file. There's that hot link, folks. There's that hot link to see what is damaging your personal and business information if it were posted. If this stays up any longer, and it's underlined, close friends, your loving family, and even individuals that you work with besides this will see this unfavorable info. Please review this Monday. Time is not on your side. Well, that's pretty tempting, but I'm not going to click it because I know where this is going. So I'm just trying to give you some examples of what you have to watch out for. Here's a life insurance rate. I mean, ING is a big name company, but it's spam. You know, they're out there trying to see if they can get someone to be their customer. But I don't respond to spam, period. Here's another one. Always hitting you on your credit scores. There may be an inaccuracy in your score. Please confirm to check your true score. You can inspect the accuracy of your rating right here. There's a hot link. We already know we're not going to touch that. We're not going to touch those links. And there's one here. I think this might be it. Oh yeah, I get these all the time. This is Chinese. I can't read Chinese. I tell all my Chinese fans, and I have a lot of Chinese fans, I can't read Chinese. So if you want to email me, don't email me in Chinese. Email me in English. And this is a nasty spam because here's an attachment. And this is an XLS, which is a spreadsheet file. But it's still an attachment. So Gadget Professor does not open those up because the Gadget Professor knows what's going to happen if he does. Now, I think there's one more I'm looking for. This is the one. This is the classic. This will be my last one, so sorry to bore you, but this one's been around since emails started. This is just terrific. How are you today? Meanwhile, there's no email address, so I don't know. It's not sent to me. It's not sent to my email address. It got to me, but it's spam. That I know because I could check the email address. My name's not there. But how are you today? The below payment has been awarded to you, that means me, by the Nigerian Government World Bank to compensate me on the past experience that I've had with the Nigerian scammers. I write to you this information because we have already sent you in the mail $10,000 through Western Union, as we've been trying to mandate to transfer you to fully compensate your payment with the total sum of $250,000 via the Western Union by government. I have on good authority emailed you to the MTMCN and sender's details to enable you to pick up your first $10,000 in cash, oh boy, and confirm the recipient so as we can enable us to wire the next $10,000 by tomorrow and the subsequent ones, since we only can send $10,000 a day. Damn. Please pick up this information and get to any Western Union in your country to pick up your $10,000 and email the Western Union outlets in charge of the payments so they can send you another $10,000 tomorrow. And once you pick it up, call us, blah, 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 blah. But here's the kicker. Here's that little hot link. So you click on that and you put a nice virus on your system, or you get an application that in order for them to send you the money, you got to send your social security number, your bank account number, your checking account number, your mother's maiden name, all the stuff that you never want to give out on the internet. That's what happens when you click this. So hopefully I've shown you several things to avoid on email, and I think this will help everybody at some point in time. If you're not sure, don't open it. Don't open attachments. Don't open exe files. Don't open XLS files. Don't open zip files. Don't do it. So hopefully everybody will be protected. Now, the last bit of business is we had the giveaway last week of the range extender. To date, I've received, I think, 16 emails, and I think what I'm going to do is let it go one more week, and then we'll award it. I've got some pretty sad emails, and I feel real bad that I don't have 100 of these to give out to everybody. There's some real sad stories out there, and my heart goes out to everybody. I always knew that there were a lot of handicapped and disabled people that watch the Gadget Professor, and I truly appreciate that. And I will give this away next week, but we'll give everybody one more week. If you missed last week's episode, try and catch that, and it tells you all about the free range extender that I'm going to give away, absolutely free, and pay the postage anywhere in the world. So if you write me an email as to why you need the range extender and what you're going to do with it and how you use it, perhaps you could win it. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Gadget Professor. I'll see everybody next Thursday. Thank you so much for tuning in, and so long from the Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.